Man, I love builds like this. It's just crazy how easy and accurate this jig is. It's really helpful. Hi everyone, welcome to Qube. My name is David, and today we're going to be making a thin strip jig. For my next project, I'm going to be needing a lot of these very thin strips, and I want to be able to cut them very precisely over and over again on the table saw. And that's why we made ourselves this little thin strip jig, which allows me to cut these strips up to 1 millimeter, even if I wanted to. Over and over again at the same thickness. And we're going to be needing all of these strips because we'll be using them to make our own veneer for a magic wallet that I'm going to be building. I'll put a link to that video in the top there so you can see what we're going to make with it. But today it's going to be a quick video on how I made this little thing. To be honest, you can do this in 10 or 15 minutes and you're good to go. Let's do it. Let me show you the idea. The idea is to have a nice and sturdy runner in here with a big block. Not a rainbow wood, of course, but we'll use that later. And we'll mount a bolt in with a wing nut so I can adjust the depth. So this way I'll have a positive stop right next to the blade. I can adjust the thickness of the material I want. And then all that's left to do is place my stock against the fence, line up the fence so my stock hits the bolt, and this way I can get repetitive cuts over and over again. But we'll see how it goes. First things first, to make this runner really snug, we're gonna measure this, and then we're gonna position our fence just so it's a little bit bigger. That way we can snug up to the exact size of this, and that way it will be really nice. I've gone and cut this runner to size. It's really snug in there. It rides smoothly. Yes, really tight. In my scrap bin, I found this beautiful piece of wood that's going to be perfect for this. We're going to line this one up with the fence. We'll make it as square can be, and then we'll drill some holes for the wing nut and the bolt. Before we cut this one up, we want to make sure we have enough room for the wing nut and the bolt to fit in between our jig and the blade. I think for me that's something like this. It's about 2 centimeters or something like that. So we can cut all of this off. We're gonna attach this to the runner, and then we're good to go. There, that's the size. Since most of my stock is 18 millimeters or more, what I want to be doing is get the center of the bolt at about 18 millimeters. So what we'll do is we'll mark the center of this piece at about 18 millimeters high, and then we'll go to the drill press, get those holes in for the threaded insert as well. Drill it deep enough so the bolt can get in really deep, so we can get really thin strips as well. The first thing we'll be drilling is this threaded insert. For me, I'm gonna need a 6 for that, but you can have these in different sizes, so check yours before you drill. Depth, we're gonna drill it a little over the depth of this thread insert. This way we don't have any problems, and we're gonna drill a little deeper as well, just so it can accept this bolt. And that's all there's to it. A little hole to accept the threaded nut. Just put it in and you whack it with a hammer. There we go. That's ready to accept the bolt and the wing nut. Why did I add the wing nut? Well, simply because this way I can lock it down, and this way this one ain't going anywhere. And all there's left to do now is to fix this one to our runner, line them up. We're gonna be re-drilling and countersinking this one so it doesn't split on us, and then we'll give it a test. Off camera I've marked the center of my runner just so I can pre-drill it and countersink it at the same time. This way we're not gonna split the wood when we drive in the screws. There, now that we have one screw in place, we can adjust the back side of it with our square. Just butt it up against it. There we go. And now you know it's that square. There we go. That's that. Let's give this maybe a little test run and then we'll see how it goes. Now, how does this work? Simply you loosen the wing nut, you adjust the bolt you have at the beginning here, and what I've done is I took my feeler gauges, I've combined two strips so I'd have 1 millimeter. We're gonna put those in between, tighten the bolt right until the point where you feel the friction. Not too tight, but tight enough so you can see what happens. Then we're gonna lock the wing nuts in place. And this, hop, there we go. This should give us repetitive cuts of this rainbow wood of 1 millimeter. Let's see. So what you want to be doing every time is hold your stock against the fence, move your fence right until it hits the bolt. Don't push it too hard against it, just when everything has a friction fit, lock it in place, and let's try it. It's looking good, but just make sure you adjust the height of your blade. There we go. Maybe 1 millimeter is just too thin. Did you see what happened? Even with my zero clearance blade, it ate my strip. Okay, let's try that again. What I did is I've lowered my blade all the way down. I've added a piece of tape. This says enough about my zero clearance blade, by the way. But for this test, I've just added a bit of tape. We'll try that again. We'll raise the blade up. So I've raised the blade through the tape while it was running, of course. And now let's give it another try. There we go. I've busted this one, but these look great. let me show you what it looks like from up close. Now, this will be better to show you guys. Off camera, I've changed the thickness to about 1.5. And these look great, to be honest. And if we check it with the lapis, there we go. 1.5, not bad, right? Now that we've everything set up, let's cut up some strips. There you go, that's all there is to it. I hope you've liked the video of this quick and easy jig, but really helpful, to be honest, if you need thin strips over and over again. We'll be back next week with another colorful project. If you do have any questions about this little build, please let me know down below. And if you want to see more behind the scenes, be sure to follow me on Instagram, and I'll see you there. Bye bye.